favourites of the Premier League. More at the gallop, with more to collect. A stadium still in its infancy, but John Terry and several of his Chelsea colleagues have already passed this way before. Yeah, certainly putting down the name of the South West London club in the history of this competition. When you look back at 1923, the 20s from the first Wembley, those early years, well, generations to come will look back. So who were the teams when that Wembley opened? Well, Chelsea did pretty well, didn't they? And they've done pretty well today, but not after some early difficulties. They had huge respect for Everton. It wasn't misplaced. They were caught with a sucker punch.
They certainly were. And they didn't get off to a good start. Everton, right from the kick-off, scored that first goal, but they had that composure and the confidence in their play, and the manager, just to keep them calm, they had a good game plan, and really they dominated the game time before they got back into the match. And once they went equalised, you always felt that they would go on and win.
And Chelsea, 2 years on, it is a game in the FA Cup. Cup run started by Scolari, taken on by Ray Wilkins, and finished off by Hoos Hiddink. Bruce Buck, Peter Kenyon from the boardroom. But the handing over of the FA Cup has actually happened from Kofi Annan. United Nations is a good description of the Chelsea camp. FA Cup winners for 2009. Well, it's getting to be a pretty good habit for John Terry. Twice captain. He also won a winner's medal in 2000. He was a substitute. He didn't get on the pitch, but you still get your reward for that in the last game at the old Wembley. Last FA Cup final at the old Wembley between Chelsea and Aston Villa. Ashley Cole, a record equaler, a 5th winner's medal, and certainly a phenomenon in that respect in modern times. And the man of the match today, Stuart.
He certainly was. He was outstanding. Galloped forward at every opportunity. Didn't have to do too much defending. He took Osman the other way. And when Gosling came on, Gosling didn't have a chance. He kept having to run back towards his own goal. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. His partnership with Malouda was one of the key factors why Chelsea dominated.
There is money as well. £2 million for the winners. £1 million to the runners-up. But that's incidental. It is about winning. Ray Wilkins, who won it as a player, but no, this is their main man today, and who shares it with his assistant. What a golden touch he's got. Whichever country he seems to work in, he finds the vocabulary, he finds the mentality, he gets into players, he makes them work for him, they love him. And they're desperate to keep him at Chelsea.
The main thing is he's a top coach. One of the most innovative coaches, one of the most brilliant coaches Holland have ever produced and the world has ever produced.
In South Korea, in Australia, in Spain, and of course in Holland, and here in England. He's a great guy, and he's got a great record, and he's just added to it here today. And there were some problems for a coach to sort out. Tim Cahill come from the other side of the world and is a loser for a second time, 5 years on. He knew he had a better chance today than he did with Millwall. Played in a good spirit.
Well, wonderful scenes, of course, there with Ray Wilkins celebrating with Hoos Hiddink, and Yeah, this means a lot, doesn't it, to Chelsea? The celebrations you feel are going to be, you can just tell by Bruce Buck and Peter Kenyon, the celebrations are going to go on long into the night, aren't they, Steve?
It's a trophy, John, isn't it? You know, it's like, you know, Liverpool have had a great team, but no trophy. You know, Chelsea now in Champions League again, and with a trophy as well. And these big players, although they're on huge wages, there's nothing like picking up an FA Cup winners medal and saying to the grandkids and the kids when they're older, listen, I've played at Wembley, I've got my medal now, and it's something that they can be very proud of.
Probably exhausted after all those steps, Phil. I mean, it's the new Wembley, as we still call it, but it's a long old process, isn't it?
Yeah, they should actually be choppering the players up to the top there. Yeah. It's that far up, you know.
Yeah. They borrow one of Roman's helicopters for that.
Absolutely, should get them in there, no problem.
Choppering?
Yeah, it's a helicopter thing. You know.
Lift anything. They've just played a very, very hard game in 90 minutes of heat, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Oh, it's exhausting already. Hey, a word on this fella. Look at this. This means a lot to this fella, isn't it? He's a winner. You know, you can see the way he sets his team up. You know, he set his team up more for on the defensive side today. I thought, you know, the two midfield players, Essien and Obi Mikel and Fulham.
Yeah, you are Phil Alani. You want to get there?
All right, let's leave it at that. Let's take a break, shall we, before we get too out of hand, and we'll come back in a moment. More scenes of celebration. We'll also look back at the key moments from the game. Don't go anywhere. There's more final score coming your way.